With tensions running high in the disputed South China Sea, the Philippine government has reportedly backed down on a plan to deploy fishermen as militia forces in disputed parts of the South China Sea, citing concerns about the potential for conflict with China. In a briefing on November 5, President Rodrigo Duterte's National Security Advisor Hermogenes Esperon said that the plan, designed to beef up its defenses after years of Chinese intimidation in disputed areas, had not been finalized, due to worries that the action could be misconstrued. Last month, Philippine defense officials said they were considering recruiting fishermen into seaborne militia units similar to those used by Beijing to assert its claims over the resource-rich seaway. The plans prompted one prominent Filipino observer to predict a gray zone arms race in Southeast Asia. On October 12, Navy Chief Vice Admiral Giovanni Bicordo told a Senate Finance Committee hearing about the Navy's plans to assemble maritime CAFGUs, or Citizen Armed Forces Geographical Units, in order to protect the nation's interests in adjacent waters, including within its 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana told senators at Monday's hearing that China was using what we call the civilian militias, but that they were not molesting. As he said, the Philippines intends to pursue the idea that some of our fishermen will also act as civilian militias for the Philippine Navy, but that to do so we need to procure some capital assets like ships so we can also operate in our maritime domain. The former military chief said plans to deploy fishermen in contested waters had not been finalized because of a desire to avoid actions that would be misconstrued as miscalculations and the fact that we want them not as militias but as good fishermen. Filipino fishers only get 7.3% of their total yearly catch from the South China Sea, Esperon said, even though it is one of Asia's richest fishing grounds. He said the government was studying whether to deploy the Coast Guard and Navy to protect fishers in the disputed waterway. To prepare for a crisis, the Naval Service offers flexible options to respond to crises, manage escalation, and preserve decision space for national leaders. Because naval forces are globally maneuverable and persistently operate forward, we are often already on scene at the onset of a crisis. Operating our naval forces far forward in harm's way and contested environments raises the risks for rivals considering the path of escalation and prevents crisis from escalating into war. Navy and Marine Corps forces demonstrate visible combat readiness, support deterrence. And missile defense. Coast Guard forces provide additional tools for crisis management through capabilities that can de-escalate maritime standoffs non-lethally. It continues. The strategy outlines what a possible conflict could look like in greater detail than the services have previously discussed. Controlling the seas enables the Naval Service to project power in support of joint force efforts and protect joint and allied forces surging to conflict theaters. Where adversaries must cross open waters, sea denial robs them of the initiative, impedes a fait accompli, and prevents them from achieving their objectives. We control or deny the seas by destroying an adversary's fleet, containing it in areas that prevent meaningful operations, prohibiting it from leaving port, or possessing sea lines of